Welcome to trending edition of Court Helicopter Explainers. Senior Counsel Martha Karua, a former minister in the Kibaki government, Minister for Justice, a practicing senior woman advocate, a political icon, a running mate of Baba. She has a lot of accolades. She was denied entry to Uganda High Court, where Kizza Besigye is facing trial. What does the law say? Leave the politics surrounding it. What does the law say? The Law Society of Kenya Act allows 4 countries, their advocates can walk to Kenya. They can be advocates in this country. The Law Society of Kenya allows Ugandan advocates. They can be practicing in Kenya here. Tanzanian advocates, they can practice in Kenya here. Rwandan advocates, they can practice in Kenya here. Burundi advocates, they can practice in Kenya here. Surprisingly, no Kenyan advocate can be allowed to practice in those countries. Can you imagine? Danstan Omari, I cannot be allowed to practice in those countries. But us, as a country, we have allowed East African community lawyers to practice in Kenya. It is complete discrimination to get that Martha Karua has been denied to practice. What is Martha Karua? What was Martha Karua supposed to do? Under the Law Society of Kenya, under the Law Society of Uganda, Section 16, she was to apply to the Law Society Council of Uganda for consideration, and she gets a temporal permit to practice for a specified case. So if she applied the first time she applied, she was given. This time she was denied that permission. And yet we have so many Ugandan lawyers. If you walk to Milimani, if you walk to Makadara, they are practicing here. This type of inequality is what we condemn from Court Helicopter. How can we have integration if we are denying our sisters from practicing law in Uganda? When the Ugandans advocates practice in Kenya here, they take money back to Uganda. But us, we can't be allowed to go to that place. It is not clear. They allowed the president of the Law Society of Kenya, Charles Kanjama, to enter the airport. We don't know whether he appeared in court, he argued in court, and this is not the first time. We have seen advocates of Kenya being denied audience in Tanzanian courts. We have seen advocates of Kenya being denied audience in Uganda. Shall we now move and also bar the Ugandan advocates in this country? I'm not being a nationalist, but I'm being a patriot. It is completely discriminatory when we have several advocates from other regions who are practicing in Kenya. Is Martha Karua competent? Martha Karua is a senior counsel, conferred the title of senior counsel in this country. But she has been humiliated because of what I believe is I don't know whether it's gender-based discrimination or political-based discrimination. On this, we don't agree, and I'm calling the Law Society of Kenya to call for an urgent meeting to consider whether we should bar Ugandan advocates from practicing in Kenya, so that it is tit for that. Remember, what we are saying is that there is no lesser country. Kenya is not lesser than Uganda. Kenya cannot accommodate Ugandan advocates in this country, Ugandan businessmen, Ugandan businesswomen, Ugandan professionals, but they cannot allow Kenyan advocates, Kenyan lawyers to practice in Uganda. From court helicopter, we give the Ugandan government 0 out of 100. From court helicopter, the Law Society of Uganda, which is the culprit, our brothers and sisters in Uganda who are lawyers, we give you -10. It is so shameful. It is not the best way, and I urge all Kenyan advocates to stand firm so that this is resolved once and for all. Wakili Danstan Omari, pleasure.